The matchup in the winner of the 2024 World Series is going to be the Yankees over the Phillies. And as I've previously stated, that Aaron Judge, born April 26, 26 is 8 of 1993, or no, he was born in, 1992 is 21, which is 3. So Aaron Judge is a 15-6 life path. So the Yankees are going to win the World Series 15 years later with Juan Soto. Texas was the last winner. Alex Verdugo was an acquisition. And we won't see Yankees-Dodgers until the 42nd World Series appearance of the Yankees because Yamamoto, Ohtani, and Dave Roberts are all born at Japan. So Yankees-Dodgers, we have to wait until next year until we see that matchup. But definitely Yankees-Dodgers is going to happen very soon, but not this year. Manager Rob Thomson is the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies. 1963 is 19, and that's 1, and 16 is 7, and 1 is 8, and plus 8 is 16. So the Phillies are going to try to win the World Series 16 years after 2008, but ultimately they're going to fail to do so because great Judge-Soto is going to be 1-0 in the World Series with Juan Soto. It is Juan that is gematria of 10. But Rob Thomson is the former bench coach of the Yankees, and the Yankees are going to go up against their former bench coach in the World Series. It's Rob Thomson, that's born at Canada, and in gematria, it's Canada that is gematria of the 2024 World Series. So I do expect the Canadian to make it and for the Yankees to win the World Series 15 years later. And Steinbrenner died at Tampa on a 14-5 day, so the Yankees are going to go 14 seasons without winning the championship. For the Philadelphia Phillies, well, first of all, Dave Dombrowski is going to be 68 years of age, the general manager of the Phillies. So that is a championship number. So a National League pennant, that's what we could also refer to as championship. This is the Phillies' 142nd season, and Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, started out with the Cincinnati Reds. Judge had a career, Judge-Soto is going to defeat Philly in the World Series with the Rangers as the defending champion from last year. And the Phillies are going to fall to 2-7 in the World Series. So when Philly does win it, I like them to be 3-7 in the World Series. The Yankees' connection to Philadelphia is not limited to Rob Thomson. The Yankee manager, Aaron Boone, his father was Brett Boone. When we go to Aaron Boone's profile, his father's name is Bob Boone, and Bob Boone played with the Phillies and won the 1980 World Series with the Philadelphia Phillies. And so his son can win the championship 44 years later against the same team that he played for. Champions is gematria 44, the beginning of one of 2 straight championships for the New York Yankees. All beginning against Philadelphia in this year's World Series. The Phillies are currently 2-6 in the World Series. It's Yankees and Bryce that's gematria 26. So the 2-6 prior World Series record I do really like. Of course, the Yankees beat the Phillies during their last championship. The Yankees faced off against the Phillies in 1950, so you can see that matchup again 74 years after the first matchup in 1950. And the Independence Day signed at Philadelphia is on a day of 7-4. We see the Yankees-Phillies face off in the World Series 74 years after the first matchup in 1950. So that is what strikes me with the third Yankees-Phillies World Series matchup. Titles gematria 21, the Phillies' 21st season at Citizens Bank Park. There's been 119 prior World Series. The Phils and Bryce Harper's 119, but this could easily mean that they make it after 119 prior World Series. The prior World Series not landing on the 119th World Series, but they make it after 119 prior World Series. Aaron Boone, born at La Mesa, the Yankees win the World Series 15 years later with Juan Soto. Soto and Harper were teammates on the Washington Nationals. Nationals is, I thought Nationals Camacho of 120. I guess it isn't. Maybe Nats. The Nats is Camacho 24. But interesting that Juan Soto and Harper could face off against each other next year. Of course, Soto can win his next championship, 5 years after 2019. 60 months later, 12 by 5 months. It's the Phillies, that's Gematria of 60. So that's what stands out with the 60. When we look at it from the month duration from Juan Soto's last championship to his next title. He played with the Padres. It's Padres, that's Camacho 27. So the Phillies fought a 2-7 World Series. The former Padres star is going to defeat the Phillies for the Phillies to fall to 2-7 in the World Series. San Diego is Camacho 74. Aaron Boone is born at San Diego, and we can see Yankees-Phillies 74 years after the first matchup. So let's go to the New York Yankees. Now, they may not face off against the Phillies during their 123rd World Series, their 123rd season, but entering their 123rd season, they could win their first championship since beating the Phillies. When we look at from that interpretation, it could also mean that they beat the Phillies for their first championship since the Phillies, but at the least, they win their first championship since being the Phillies entering the 123rd season of next year. The Yankees going to win the series as a tribute to the coronavirus. 56 months later, after March of 2020, then we get to October of this year. That'd be 56 months. Virus is Camacho 26. That's a Phillies record entering the World Series. Of course, the Yankees 122nd season as a tribute to the virus for their 41st World Series appearance. This is what I like about 122. For the Yankees. Judge-Soto rejects San Francisco, but then he wins it in the Yankees' 122nd season overall. So that's what I like about 122 as in regard to the Judge-Soto in the free agency pursuit. And of course, Judge-Soto, when he hit his 28th home run of the year, they set the single-season American League record. That was for his 56 RBIs. So Yankees going to win the championship 56 months later, as a tribute to what the city endured during the coronavirus epidemic. Coronavirus is Gematria of the 56 months later that the Yankees win the World Series. And now let's go to the date duration, and then you will see where we're coming from the day that the virus was declared as a pandemic on March the 11th of 2020 to 2024. The World Series, let's just say October 28th, around that time, and the Yankees win the World Series. They win, 56 months later after 55 prior months. So that and there are 56 signees to the Declaration of Independence. So that is the connection to Philadelphia that we speak about. China is Gematria of the 2-6 record in the World Series for the Phillies. It's also COVID that's Gematria of 26 and 53, and Soto had 53 RBIs at the time of his injury. His wrist injury. New York Yankees Camacho 53. La Mesa's Camacho 51. Boone is 51 years of age. Let's go to the judging. So one title in his first 9 seasons. That could be a reference to number 19 of Aaron Boone when he hit the legendary home run to defeat the Red Sox all the way back in 2003. The Judge birth at Linden. Let's see, nothing stands out there. Let's type out Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go to Aaron Boone. It's number 17, Aaron Boone. It's his first title in his 7th season. That's what I like about 17 as far as Aaron Boone. But I do like the 3-7 record for Philly. Camacho 37 when Phillies do win the World Series. And lastly, I would like to go through the Phillies' schedule quickly. So and the Phillies have 2 titles and 8 prior appearances. That's number 28. Now it could be 2 titles and 9 appearances like Camacho of London when we're looking at the Phillies Mets series right now. Just wanted to go through the schedule quickly. The record after 57 games. They had 39 wins after 57 games. 39-18 like Camacho of New York. New York is Camacho 39. Let's see. The season this seems like a Yankees-Phillies World Series. Let me go through the Phillies' losses all time in the World Series. So list of World Series champions. Go to the Phillies. The Phillies 4 losses. 8. 12. Oops, the Phillies. That's 14 actually. 18. 22. Could be their 30th loss in the World Series against Judge, the 30th pick in the draft. He played with the Bulldogs. His Camacho 29. So, okay, his 29th loss in the World Series. Yankees over the Phillies, it will be. Garrett Cole's going to come back. I know he's from California. but he's number 45. Phil is Camacho 45, and Phillies by itself is Camacho 45. Cole's Camacho 17, the first title for Boone in his 7th season. The dramatic return for Garrett Cole along the way is going to happen. And end it right here.